I know a lot of people haven't watched G8, but please go do yourself a favor and watch it right now. I'll display the episodes on screen. Okay. One Piece as a show is successful for many reasons, but the most prominent ones being its cast, its world building, and its fighting. While G8 doesn't expand on its world building and its fight scenes aren't very memorable, it's one of the few arcs where we get to see the crew together without having to be in fear of a tyrannical maniac, or the entire world government, or whatever the fuck this dude was. The point is, G8 is one of the few arcs where we get to see the crew have a relatively chill time and just be themselves. Anyone who's watched this arc knows it's hilarious. The iconic Luffy peace signs, the Sanji-Chef rivalry, the GOAT Kondi Oriano, all of it is peak. It's times like this at One Piece where we get to see the Straw Hats truly interact with each other. The reason most fans enjoy the ending of arcs and the bounty reveals is because of this. Watching the Straw Hats have fun with each other through their bantering as they interact with each other in the funniest possible ways is one of the greatest joys of a One Piece fan, as well as shitting on Naruto and Bleach. That too. In G8, we also get to see the crew interact with each other, which is what makes it so appealing. Watching Robin and Usopp's opposite character personalities interact with each other, while Zoro gives Nami enough heart attacks to kill even the healthiest heart, seeing Chopper and Nami imitate Sakazuki and act like surgeons while watching the hilarious things that occur while a part of the crew is in jail, seeing Sanji's rivalry with the Marine Chef and Luffy, well, just everything about him during this arc. It's times like this when One Piece fans are reminded just how important the crew is. While One Piece is heavily plot-driven, its characters are what allows for it to be as good as it is. Another reason why G8 is as good as it is its plot. G8 comes after Skypiea, where in the manga we just had straight to. I don't even want to say that arc. You know what I'm talking about. Ugh. However, in the anime we get to see the crew get stuck in the middle of a marine fortress, supposedly the best in the world. The crew have to escape from an inescapable solution. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's the plot to like 50 animes. Escape from an inescapable solution is the plot to some of the biggest animes in the world, with Attack on Titan and The Promised Neverland Season 1 being some of the examples. Well, also The Promised Neverland Season 2, but that was escape from shitty anime decisions. The plot of trying to escape a difficult situation to escape is one of the most popular plot lines in anime and media in general, but it's also one of the most popular for a reason. It slaps. Watching your favorite characters scramble around trying to escape a shitty situation is always a good watch, and G8 delivers perfectly. It builds up the fortress as being inescapable, and shows it as well. The lines of cannons, the hundreds of guards, G8 has everything. It truly was a bleak situation for the Straw Hats, but seeing their comical responses is also what makes it so good. It's a mixture of the anime team for One Piece doing everything right. I know, they did something right before 1015. So far, I've only talked about the Straw Hats, but like every good One Piece arc, the villains are nice too. Though there is no one big scary villain like there was for Skypiea or Alabasta before, there are a lot of villains at play. The Marines are no joke here, especially not Jonathan. I'm sorry, it's so hard to try to make a guy named Jonathan seem scary like it's so. Jonathan is one of the I'm sorry. Going with the One Piece naming scheme, I will call him Redbeard. Redbeard is one of the scariest Marines pre-time skip, and his laid-back, chill nature is what makes him infinitely more scary. This was in stark contrast to the other strong Marine at the time, Smoker. Redbeard is chill the entire time, which truly makes you wonder, what is he hiding? There's no logical explanation for why he's so chill when a pirate ship literally falls from the sky, but he is. The cook chef Jessica is also one of the reasons why this arc was so compelling. Her rivalry with Sanji and her character development following her loss is truly peak fiction. Went through more development than Kaido did in 138 chapters. Watching the Doctor learn to face her fears, and even seeing how she eventually helps the crew is inspirational, and seeing Redbeard's junior commander Drake go through all 70 stages of grief trying to capture the crew, peak fiction. Combine that with the perverted old man, truly a good cast of villains. I think what makes this arc even better today is the nostalgia factor. And I don't mean that the nostalgia carries the arc. If you want to see nostalgia carrying an anime, go watch Dragon Ball. I meant that nostalgia makes it more heartwarming. Rewatching this arc after seeing all the things that the Straw Hats go through is what makes it so beautiful. It's seeing the characters be able to smile before they enter the hell that is the new world. The recent arcs of One Piece have been a lot of punch fighting, with not a lot of time for comedy and wholesome moments. It's arcs in pre-time skip One Piece, like G8, that truly show the comedical side of One Piece. In fact, pre-time skip One Piece was a comedy as much as it was an action show. G8 showcases it perfectly, but the entirety of the pre-time skip was filled with comedy and an overall lighthearted theme. It was when we got around to Enies Lobby that everything changed, with the way that One Piece branded itself. Watching One Piece now and then going back and watching G8 has a stark contrast. G8 is sort of in its own bubble, where it's just purely comedy. The Straw Hats still had to get out, yes, but there was no doubt that they would fail. We all knew that they would get out. Or did they? Overall, G8 is one of the best, if not the best arc to come out of One Piece. While yes, I'll admit that arcs like Marineford and Wano are better in not only their impact on the story, but the hype they carry, but G8 is unique in its own ways. It's one of the only arcs where we get to see our cast interact with each other and have an actual fun time. It's times like this where we realize just how important One Piece's cast is for the show, as well as just how much of a comedy the One Piece can be. Thank you, that's all for today.